Good morning, everyone. We have hit 800 subscribers. Exactly 800 subscribers. So I just wanted to mention that before I go any further into the video because otherwise I'll forget. So I'm super excited about 800 subscribers. Thank you so much. It is exciting to me that there are people who actually want to watch some of the stuff that I post. It's lovely. It's amazing. I love you all, and I am so thankful that you are here with me. Now, I've been on vacation for the last week. If I don't take vacation, I lose my vacation. So I take my vacations, even if my husband is not taking vacations. Where he works, he gets paid out his vacation time every February if he doesn't use it. In my job, you're given your vacation days and you either use them or lose them. So there are times that I just take vacation days and just stay home and do nothing because he's not taking vacation because he would like the bigger payout in February. He likes that big paycheck coming to him. So there's that. So sometimes I just take a vacation, stay home, and don't do anything. But by don't do anything, I mean I do a little housework, do a little crochet, spend time with the kids, spend time with the dog, you know, the usual. So what I did this week was some crochet and some spending time at home, doing a little housework, spending time with the dog. It's been a good week. I mean, there's been some stressful things that have gone on, but there's also, it's a pretty good life. I have enjoyed my week of pretty much doing whatever I want to. Sleep in if I want to, stay up late if I want to, crochet when I want to. It's been lovely. So anyway, I would like to get into what I crocheted this week. For starters, oops, it's a little out of reach. Sorry about that. I like to keep everything at my fingertips within reach before I start a video, but I just realized that the first thing I crocheted while I was on vacation, this dishcloth that I have not tied the ends in yet. I better get on that. This dishcloth was just a little out of reach. Now, this is my go-to pattern for dishcloths. I learned this pattern in a book, a dishcloth book actually, that I got from Walmart years ago. And I really like this. I really like this pattern. It's not so fancy that people look at it and say, I can't wash dishes with that. Because sometimes I'll make some of the prettier dishcloths like the floral ones, and then I get, oh, I can't wash dishes with that. That's too pretty. So I do a little bit of the pretty ones, and then I do a lot of these. Because this is a very good dishcloth. Anyway, I only made one dishcloth this week. I was expecting to make a lot more, but I only made one. Then I decided when I go back to work this week, my boss's birthday happens. So I made him these. To me, they scream Chicago Bears. So I thought this would work very well for my boss. Just a couple of coasters, a couple of Chicago Bears coasters. I'm kind of tempted to make a couple more and make it a whole set. I just figured that he could have a couple coasters for his desk at work though. So that is what I made for my boss for his birthday. I might make more. We shall see. The next thing I made while on vacation, a friend gave me a pillow form. So I crocheted a granny square pillow cover for this pillow form. I really like the colors. The angle's not good. Let's do this. Yeah. Like, look at that. I got gray, I got purple, I got pink, and then I've got this like rainbow variegated, which I actually, in this pillow, I used 3 different brands of yarn, which I know sounds like a little crazy, but you can do that if you are using the same weight and the same fiber. So the variegated is a couple I had a couple really tiny skeins of Hobby Rainbow is what it was said on the label, and they don't have it on their website anymore. I actually never ordered this specifically. I got it in a mystery cotton bag because one time for funsies I thought, why not order one of their mystery bags just to see what comes in it, and I'll just do projects with whatever comes in it. So I got a variety of some cotton of different weights and stuff. So this came in that, and I think that in that mystery bag was discontinued cotton, which makes complete and total sense because I can't get more of it. So I thought I'll just use it in this granny square pillow. The pink and the gray, those are I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby. Now, I will note that the pink on this side is different than the pink on this side because I decided to use up this lighter pink that I bought years ago, and I got one side done and realized I didn't have more like I thought I did. I only had enough to do the one side. So I had to do a different pink because Hobby Lobby didn't have the lighter pink anymore. They have a pink that's just got a little more brightness to it, basically. So I figured as long as one pink is on one side and one is on the other, it maybe won't be noticeable or a big deal. So the pink and the gray are both I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby. Now, the purple. The purple one is Lion Brand Local Grown. This was my first time doing anything with Lion Brand Local Grown. It is a much more expensive brand. And at the same time, I thought the quality was less than the I Love This Cotton or even the Hobby Rainbow. So I wasn't impressed with Lion Brand's Local Grown Cotton. I bought it because the whole point was I wanted to purchase yarn that was processed in America. That was why I purchased it. But if you're gonna pay more for yarn, you have somewhat of an expectation of the quality. So I wasn't impressed, so I probably, whatever I have, I'll use, obviously, but I'm probably not gonna buy more of it. I'll just stick with my I Love This Cotton from Hobby Lobby. So anyway, that's the pillow I made while I was on vacation. I was very excited about that pillow. I think I'm gonna give it to my team lead at work. Next, ooh, we're almost done, actually. For Mother's Day, my bonus kid, Jake, my daughter's fiance, which I don't think I ever let you guys know that she's engaged. Did I even say that? I don't think I ever announced on my channel that they're actually engaged now. So Abby's birthday was July 2nd, and they were in Colorado for her birthday. And he proposed to her on her birthday in Garden of the Gods. So Abby is now engaged. Yay. So exciting. But for Mother's Day, Jake had bought me some yarn from Joann's on sale, which was the sweetest thing ever. I'm like, this kid is amazing because he bought me yarn. Like, who buys me yarn? Nobody. I buy me yarn. I buy me too much yarn. All I want is yarn, though. Anyway, I made myself a market bag with the cream cone of Lily Sugar and Cream that Jake had bought me. And this week was my birthday. Wednesday was my birthday. So I used my Mother's Day gift from Jake to make my birthday gift. Little did Jake know that he was covering Mother's Day and birthday with his thoughtful gift. So I have a market bag now made with the cream color, Lily and Sugar and Cream, and I have some left from that cone. I can either, I'm thinking I'm gonna like either try to make a smaller one because there's different sizes you can make on these bags, or another thought, combine with another color to make another full size, because I'm following the Stephanie Z tutorial on YouTube on how to make these bags, and she explains how to make a smaller one, but then what to increase to make the bigger one. And I have made the bigger one. So I'm thinking what's left in a cone might make the smaller one. I'm not 100% sure. But I also could take one of the colors from one of the other ones that I made and combine with the cream and make another big one. Like do the handles, the trim and the handles in one color and the mesh part in another. It's just some thoughts I'm throwing out here. And I'm probably just gonna, like, after this video, jump in and start, because I think I'm gonna try combining a couple colors. So for my birthday, I made this market bag. Well, then I was like super stoked and super excited, and I had posted it on Facebook, and a friend of mine then was saying that she wanted one. So I can't show you that bag because I made it and I shipped it to her, but I do have what's left on the cone. I made her market bag with purple. So I made another one of these, but with this purple. That's why I was saying, I think the purple for like the handles, and then what I have left, because I have this same amount with the cream for the mesh part. I think I'm gonna try that. But anyway, so I made a cream and a purple market bag this week while I was on vacation. And then I was so excited about these market bags and the one that I sent to my friend in the purple that I made a third market bag with the green variegated, because I do still have a bunch of cones of Lily Sugar and Cream that I got on sale at Joann's when they were going out of business. And I thought, there's a lot of projects I wouldn't want to do with the Lily Sugar and Cream. It's a rougher cotton, and there's nothing wrong with that, but for some of the projects that I do, I prefer the softer cotton, like the I Love This Cotton. So I do a lot of projects with the I Love This Cotton just because it's a softer cotton. But there's nothing wrong with the rougher cotton, and it makes amazing market bags. So I think that I'm going to turn all of those cones that I have into market bags. So there will be another green one coming, because I actually have 2 cones of the green. But yeah, these are the projects that and this one I finished this last night. I am going to start another project today. It will not be done by the time I go back to work tomorrow though. So what I showed you that I completed while on vacation, that's all that's going to be getting done while I'm on vacation, because my vacation ends tomorrow morning. But that is the projects that I did on vacation. And it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. And I especially enjoyed learning how to do those market bags. That was kind of a goal for my vacation, was to try out the tutorial posted by Stephanie Zed with how to make those market bags. So if you haven't done those before, I highly recommend her tutorial. And I will put it in the top comment. I'll pin a comment with the link to the video just to make it easier for you guys to find, because I think that her tutorial is phenomenal. It was easy to follow. I had no problem making the market bag. I did try some like funny little things to try to keep track of the rows, because when you make the bigger bag, you're doing like 40 rows of the mesh. And I thought that I could use M&Ms as counters. So I had like 40 M&Ms that I was putting M&Ms into a bowl, and I was like, I'll get it up to 40. I had a heck of a time with that because I have a husband and he wanted to eat my M&Ms. So yeah, my M&M counting did not work well for me. So I did get on Amazon and I did order myself a counter. I've never had to use one before, but just so that I can walk away from my project and go do other things and then pick it back up and know exactly where I'm at. I did get, it looks like it's a silicone square, and it's got bubbles that you pop. That's the kind that I chose to go with for counting rows and stitches. I've never had to use a counter before. I've always just like kept track with a tally on paper or something. And I think I would like finally to have some kind of like official counting device to help me with my rows, since I do a lot of crochet. So I have ordered that on Amazon, and that will be coming this week. So I'm super excited about that. In other news, I buy a lot of clothing from Pact. I don't know if you know what Pact is, but they do organic cotton a lot. And I got on their website, so when you order, they actually have, it's some kind of like a loyalty program. I've never paid much attention to it. I just know that I had a credit of $41. So I got on the website and they have this, it's called a crochet top. This is not crochet. This is a machine knit. They can call it crochet all they want to. It is not crochet. This is machine knit. But anyway, so I got on their website and I was like, I'm going to use that credit. I'm trying not to spend money, but I thought if I use that credit, I'll try to find a piece that is just like slightly more than that credit. So I had a $41 credit. So I found this crochet top that was $44. So I used my credit and this came this week. And it's kind of great because I wear a lot of sleeveless linen dresses. And for videos and for going out in public, I really don't want to wear sleeveless dresses. I like them for around home because it's summer and it's hot and linen is very cool, but I wanted something that I could just like throw over the top of the linen dress when I leave the house or when I decide to stop and make a video. And I thought, hey, this little mesh linen or this little mesh organic cotton knit top, it says crochet on the website, but it's not. This is a knit top. But I thought this would be absolutely great. So, I mean, when I wanted to sit down and make this video, I just threw this top over the top of my sleeveless dress so that I'm not sitting here in a sleeveless dress making a video. So yeah, I thought that was a nice addition to my wardrobe. It's not something I would ever wear without it being over the top of something else because, see what I'm talking about? It's a little see-through. So it's good for over top of something else, but this is not something I would wear on its own. And it's low, like low. This V-neck, it's this big baggy, and then the V is super low, like low. Anyway, so yeah, this is not something I'll be wearing other than over the top of a linen dress when I like make a video or leave my house. I thought this was a super handy addition though to my wardrobe because of the fact that I have like 4 or 5 sleeveless linen dresses that I love to bum around in the summer. So thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys for sure next week. I was planning on making more videos while I was on vacation than I did, but I ended up having some stuff come up that was just like busy, and then by evening I don't want to make a video because the lighting. I have this great ring light that I am sitting here in front of, but at the same time, I still do my videos by my front window. So once it gets nighttime, I don't really like to make videos, and I also don't like to make videos after my husband gets home from work. I try to only make videos while he is working and not home. I like to respect our time together, for starters, and I also like to not have the TV going in the background, because he likes to watch some of those YouTube channels that they repair cars and stuff. Like Vice Grip Garage and Puddin's Fab Shop, I think is another one. I don't know, he watches a bunch of them. So he watches a bunch of YouTube videos, and sometimes he's got the volume up a little high. And I don't want you guys to have to hear his videos running in the background. And when he's home, like I said, usually we're spending time together. I'll sit down and crochet in the same room where he's watching his videos or something. So thank you for watching, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Blessings.